Hey everybody, Zach here at PTCGO, and welcome to another video. So today we're going to take a look at Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX with Inteleon, and then we're also playing a single Suicune V. So this is going to be a very standard list. I'm playing like maybe one arguable spicy card in Leon, but we'll talk about that when we get there. So Ice Rider is just a very standard deck, so let's just get into it. So we begin with 4 copies of our Ice Rider Calyrex V. Weak to Metal has the Pierce attack, which does 40. And then it also has the Glacial Lance attack, which for 3 does 200, and then you discard 2. You're never going to use that attack. You might use Pierce, but if you're ever using Glacial Lance, you probably lost the game. Here is our main attacker in the deck. 3 copies of Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX with the Ride of the High King attack for 2 colorless. It does 10 plus 30 for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon, which is a pretty good attack if you do not want to Max Lance, which now we'll get into Max Lance. For 2 water, it does 10 damage, and you can discard up to 2 water energy to do 120 more. So this does cap out at 250 without modifiers, but we are playing modifiers. Next, we just play the 4 Sobble, the 4 Drizzle with the Shady Dealings ability, just to let us search out any important trainer cards we need. 1 copy of the Shady Dealings Inteleon, which honestly isn't a terrible attacker in this deck, and then 2 of the Quick Shooting Inteleon. Then we play 1 copy of Suicune V, which has the Fleet-Footed ability. Once during your turn, you can draw a card while it's in the active, and then Blizzard Rondo does 20 plus 20 for each bench Pokemon in play, which is always good. And last but not least, we do play a single copy of Crobat V, which just allows you to draw, and you have 6 cards in your hand. So onto our item cards, we have 2 copies of Capacious Bucket, which just lets you search your deck for up to 2 water energy, and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Card is very strong. It's just 2 energy searches, but it limits you to waters. But when you only play water, it doesn't really matter. 2 copies of Evo Incense, 3 copies of Level Ball, 4 copies of Quick Ball, 1 copy of Scoop Up Net to reuse an Inteleon line, 2 copies of Ultra Ball, 2 copies of Choice Belt, and a single copy of Air Balloon. Both are, this and Scoop Up Net are just 2 very good situational cards as well to get you out of a tight spot. On to supporters, we play 4 Melanie. That lets you attach a water energy from your discard to one of your Pokemon B and then draw 3 cards. We then play 3 copies of Boss's Orders. Just drag out a Pokemon you want to knock out. Nice. 2 copies of Marnie. 1 copy of Professor's Research, 1 copy of Leon. So Leon's like the one card you might not really know. But basically during this turn, your Pokemon's attacks do 30 more damage, which is really cool. And then we play 1 copy of Raihan. And then for the stadiums, we just play 3 copies of Path to the Peak. And then last but not least, we play 8 copies of Water Energy to fuel our Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX's attacks. So yeah, that is it for this deck profile. I hope you guys did enjoy. We will see you guys on Wednesday for the gameplay portion. Have a great rest of your week, guys. Peace.